Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. You have a story?
Okay, I have a major headline now. So the Punch took a report and found out that the Supreme Court judgment that compelled that monies should be paid, federal allocation should be paid directly to local government accounts across the country has not been done. And that the federal government has continued to disburse a total now since the judgment of 2 million 800. Sorry, 2 trillion. 8 million. You see, say this thing is not easy for me. So there's a 2.08 trillion. That's the amount in allocation to the local government between July and December 2024 since we got this judgment. And they went around and said, despite all this, all 774 local governments have been collecting their monies from the state governors. The federal government insists that they have a few impediments to them following the Supreme Court judgment, that they have small practical impediments, that's what they call it. And they are looking to how to phase out these challenges and implement the local government financial autonomy that was granted by the Supreme Court. It's just annoying because we know.
Quite irritating.
As I'm sitting down here, I remember taking that the Oyo local government chairman said they were sitting there as to the governor. And a lot of other states where their local governments were protesting had some of such issues. But the association's president, the Secretary General of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Mohammed Abubakar, was speaking. He said they're in the dark. Sincerely, we're in the dark. People who don't want the local government autonomy to work are having a field day. Ordinarily, the Supreme Court judgment should not be left unattended.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know, we know.
I think this is still a we arrangement.
Yeah. Politics.
But eventually, during the next elections, these are the kind of things that will come to play. You know? Because now I can vote in who I want. It's not more a we. We have to break this we.
Yesterday,
the same party like
someone was asking me, said, because you sit on that panel every morning, do you people have a grand plan of how Nigeria will work? And I'm like, it's not Nigeria, it's Nigerians. Nigeria is a blessed place, but the politics of complexities of Nigerians is another matter.
As we
and
say,
that's
not
what
the
we're
policies,
seeing.
it's the people.
So, and then Attorney General came into office and went to court and got this autonomy. We should democratically be accepted by everybody who claims.
We have been waiting for so long.
So this is the problem.
Yeah.
We have one for OPS fears SMEs collapse as cash scarcity lingers. And this is saying that the organized private sector has joined the call on the Central Bank of Nigeria to address the cash scarcity witnessed nationwide, stressing that the country is not developed enough for cashless transactions. Members of the OPS have pointed out that the scarcity of cash has adversely affected business, especially those in the micro, small, and medium enterprise category, as they expressed fear of the imminent collapse of these SMEs. And the Vice President of the Nigerian Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, Segun Kuti George, he said Nigeria's economy is not yet developed enough to function effectively on a predominantly cashless basis. A significant portion of the population still relies heavily on cash for daily transactions. And he is proffering the solution that the path forward should involve greater financial inclusion, improved infrastructure for electronic payments, and policies adjustments that reflect the economic realities of Nigeria and our diverse population.
Right.
So really, I went to the bank too. I wanted to take a certain amount. They say, oh, no cash. I'm like, inside bank, no cash. So where are we going to find the cash?
Exactly.
Yeah, so 3 businessmen, Emeka Nwanolue, Friday Ogbe, and Isaac Onwumere, have been arrested following a seizure of multi-billion naira worth of methamphetamine and loud shipments weighing over 83 kilograms meant for distribution during the Christmas and New Year festive season. This is by NDLEA. So this whole shipment that cost over, they said it worth over billions, was brought into our country so that they can start distributing them during the festive period. Anyway, NDLEA said that they were able to make this arrest because of, based on intelligence, month-long intelligence. They have been following this consignment across 3 countries. It has started from Canada, and then, you know, they were intercepted at Tincan Island here, in Tincan seaport here in Apapa, and they were able to. So the shipments were destined for warehouses in Ladipo, spare parts markets in Mushin area, and another one here, I missed where the other one was headed. but they were going to those areas around Lagos. But, thankfully, these people were arrested, apprehended and arrested. And at least that means over 83 kg of these drugs will be in our...
Okay, so I have news from INEC. That's Professor Yakubu. He's saying that they are proposing to phase out permanent voters card and also introduce diaspora voting. And the APC and also the opposition parties have all welcomed it. However, the opposition party specifically said that they have the sincerity of purpose on the part of the INEC. So INEC is saying that they explained that the reforms, if implemented, would improve the country's electoral system, following lessons from the 2023 general elections, which you all know. Yakubu added that the Commission would soon present the proposals to the committees in Senate and House of Representatives. And hopefully, if this is approved, after consultations, hopefully this will make our elections more credible. So the APC is saying that, listen, we are the ones that initiated all this review on electoral reforms, so we are definitely in for it. Opposition parties are also in agreement with them, saying that they are insisting that it has to be done credibly. Moving on quickly now to Daily Sun. Tears sorrow in Benue. Our scores died on both capsizes. NGE expresses concerns over anti-media free speech laws. Be patient, Tinubu's reforms will sanitize Nigeria's economy, says Akume. Marketers in talks with refineries and NPCL over cheaper fuel price. Declare state of emergency in South-South roads, Clark writes Tinubu. And Ahamba, others hail as Chukwu emerges Ohaneze President General for remaining 27 days. Okay, story.
Okay, so I have the Guild of Editors story. Said they're concerned about the obnoxious anti-media laws in Nigeria. In the Nigeria's legal book, the Nigerian Guild of Editors have inaugurated a 5-man committee to work closely with the Office of the Minister of Information and National Orientation and the National Assembly, as well as the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice and other stakeholders. This is aimed at, of course, monitoring the process of amending the laws or outrightly repealing any laws. According to, in a joint statement by the Nigerian Guild of Editors President Eze Anaba and the General Secretary, Dr. Yobusa Uwagere, he says the professional body of editors said its decision was informed by the chilling effects of the legislation and on the nation's democracy and press freedom. We are concerned about the negative impact of this plethora of obnoxious laws. Some of them were enacted by colonial government and which today are undermining accountability and transparency at all levels. And anti-media laws can make it more difficult for journalists to hold those in power accountable, allowing corruption and abuse of power to go unchecked. So I totally am in support. I'm unaware of any immediate amendment. I think I would like to see which laws or which bills are being proposed to amend what and what.
I have a sad story, major headline. They say about 20 people were reported to have died on River Benue on Saturday when their boat capsized. They were traveling. They had come to Ocholonya in Agatu local government market, the Ocholonya market in Agatu local government area of Benue State, and they were returning to Doma in Nasarawa State when their boat capsized. They said they are mostly women and children. They were speaking to the chairman of Agatu, the reporters. He says that he heard about the boat capsizing, but he cannot authoritatively say if there were any body rescued. He says based on so there's no formal information yet, but based on what they've heard so far, 20 corpses were recovered. He said the local divers went in and they were able to recover the 20 corpses, but they're waiting for proper, information before they can give us the news. So this is still based on hearsay, the number of corpses that were rescued. They also said that they were waiting on the Nigerian Navy in the council area to help with the rescue mission. Okay, so I'm asking, where's NEMA in those areas? Is it that they don't have a body, stationed in these areas to help in times like this? This was really a sad story, and we don't know the circumstances in which the boat capsized. But
all right, that's all we can take on Front Page Review this morning. When we come back from what's our hot topic of today, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.